Guys, welcome to our week 2 video class. We're going to go ahead and jump right in with the technique activities that you have due for this week. So we're going to be doing our major and harmonic minor scales in C and C minor and G minor. So to start out with, we're going to look at page 14, and that has our C minor and major scales and arpeggios down here. So C major, pretty easy, all white keys. And then C harmonic minor, remember that we're going to have our E flat on our A flat, but we're going to have B natural to make it a harmonic minor scale. And then the arpeggio is going to be exactly the same as our regular C minor arpeggio, just the E flat in the middle. So what I'm going to go through is I'm just going to call out the finger numbers, and we're going to do each scale and each arpeggio hand separately. So here is C major, right hand alone. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 2, 3, 4, thumb under, 2, 3, thumb under, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3 over 2, 1, 4 over 3, 2, 1, 3 over 2, 1. Now, left hand C major. 1, 2, ready, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3 over 2, 1, 4 over 3, 2, 1, 3 over 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 2, 3, 4, thumb under, 2, 3, thumb under, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, right hand, C major arpeggio. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. Keep the elbow out. 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Arpeggios, remember, elbow goes out, fingers curved. Left hand, 5, 4, 2, 1. Ready, go. 5, 4, 2, 1. 4, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5. Great. Now our C harmonic minor, right hand. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, flat. 1, 2, 3, flat. 4, thumb under. 2, 3, flat. 1, 2, 3, flat. 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, flat. 2, 1, 3, flat over. 2, 1, 4 over, 3, flat, 2, 1, 3, flat, 2, 1. Left hand. 1, 2, ready, go. 5, 4, 3, flat, 2, 1, 3, flat over, 2, 1, 4 over, 3, flat, 2, 1, 3, flat over, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, flat, thumb under 2, 3, flat, 4, thumb under 2, 3, flat, thumb under 2, 3, flat, 4, 5. Great. C major or C minor arpeggio, exact same fingering as the C major. Right hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. Elbow out. 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Left hand, same fingers. 5, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5. Great job, guys. And just a quick reminder on the arpeggios and everything. Obviously the goal is to be able to play them really smooth, you know, so like no audible gap in between the octaves. That's hard, so keep working on it, but know that if you are not exactly where you want to be yet, that's just fine. Focus on keeping a good hand position, good body posture, and that it's comfortable, and then keep working on being able to get a really good stretch with your fingers to be able to play that really nice and smoothly. So then we're going to go ahead and skip over, and we're going to find page 29, and this has our G major and G harmonic minor. So the G major scale and arpeggio has the exact same fingering as our C major scale and arpeggio. So I'm going to let you practice that one on your own. Just remember your F sharps. As we kind of talked about last year, a really great thing to do when you're practicing these scales is to think about which finger goes on the sharp, which finger goes on that F sharp, 4 in the right hand, 2 in the left hand, and that'll really help kind of ground you and make the scale really easy to keep track of. So go ahead and pause and practice your G major scale, right hand alone, then left hand alone, then right hand arpeggio, then left hand arpeggio, and exactly the same fingering as we just did. So now we're going to go over the G harmonic minor arpeggio. So for this one, we have our B flats, we have E flats, and F sharps. So with fingers 3 and 4 of your right hand, you're going to play E flat, F sharp, E flat, F sharp. Then with your left hand, it's going to be 3 and 2 on that E flat, F sharp, 3, 2 on that E flat, F sharp. And if you kind of think about, again, aiming for those fingers on those notes, makes it a little bit more straightforward. So here is the right hand G harmonic minor scale. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, flat. 1, 2, 3, flat. 4 sharp, thumb under 2, 3 flat, thumb under 2, 3 flat, 4 sharp, 5. 5, 4 sharp, 3 flat, 2, 1, 3 flat over, 2, 1, 4 sharp over, 3 flat, 2, 1, 3 flat over, 2, 1. Here's our left hand. 1, 2, ready, go. 5, 4, 3 flat, 2, 1, 3 flat over, 2 sharp, 1, 4 over, 3 flat, 2, 1, 3 flat over, 2 sharp, 1, 1, 2 sharp, 3 flat, thumb under 2, 3 flat, 4, thumb under 2 sharp, 3 flat, thumb under 2, 3 flat, 4, 5. Great, and then the arpeggio has the exact same fingers as our C minor arpeggio and the other C major arpeggio and the G major arpeggio. So for the right hand, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, left hand. Remember finger 4, 5, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5. Great. So one thing to think about when you're doing the C minor and the G minor arpeggios, when you're putting finger 4 on that B flat or the E flat in the case of C minor, aiming for the tip of your finger 4 to go on the little angle at the end of the black key. So you can see that we have the top, then there's an angle where it slopes down right here. Going for that corner right there is a really great place to kind of aim for to create a really nice curved finger 4, not like this, but out like this. So let's go ahead and take a look at your next technique activity for this one, and that's our major and minor chord inversions. So if we turn over to page 28, which is actually just the very next, the very previous page for this one, what you are going to do is you're going to look at number 5, which we have here at the bottom. And this is just this pattern of 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. Very, just our basic arpeggio pattern with broken chords. And you go all the way up. And then back down. right hand, then do the same thing with your left hand. Okay, then you're going to do the exact same thing with C minor. C, E flat, G, E flat, G, C, G, C, E flat, C, E flat, G, chord. Then back down, G, E flat, C, E flat, C, G, C, G, E flat, G, E flat, C, chord. Left hand. C, E flat, G, E flat, G, C, G, C, E flat, C, E flat, G, chord. Back down, G, E flat, C, E flat, C, G, C, G, E flat, G, E flat, C, chord. And then you're going to do that exact same thing with G major and G minor. So just hands separately on those. And that is everything you have for your technique activities for this week. And then we'll have our activities that are out of the book, which we will go ahead and look at now. So you're going to, starting on page 26, we have some really great warm-up activities working on our inversions of chords, playing your triads and inversions. So if you look at page 26, it has you doing your just general inversions, going up in blocked chords, then going back down. Then on page 27, it has kind of a nice progression for working on just playing it broken, chord, broken, chord, broken, broken. And that's a really good progression for that activity that you're just going to do for your technique videos this week. So you can definitely use that as a little bit of a warm-up. And then they have you doing the same thing in your harmonic minor keys. So that's really great because that'll have you practicing doing arpeggiations on diminished chords. And that's a really great thing to practice, is not only doing your triads and inversions for major chords, but also trying it on all of the other chord types that we have. So the bottom of 27 would be a great activity to practice that. Then if you also want another couple of warm-up activities, the number 1 and 2 on this page would also, 1 and 3 on this page, well, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are just the right-hand version and the left-hand version, would be some great ones to also practice to help you warm up for number 5, which is the one that you're going to turn in for your technique video this week. So let's go ahead and take a look over at page 30. And here we have Song Without Words. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to go ahead and practice this hand separately first, going to demonstrate that for you, and then we will put it all together. So one thing to do with this one that would be a great practice activity would be to block the left-hand chords. So that means that in every measure, left-hand measure, I would play all 3 notes that I have in that measure at the same time. So the first measure I have F, A, C, F, A, C, F, A, C, F, A, C, jump down to D, F, A, up to E, G, C, up to F, A, C, F, A, C, F, A, C, F, A, C. And so going through and doing that for every measure except for probably measure 16 and 15 and then the last couple of measures, because we don't really have a chord there, we just have some melody lines. But for all of those measures that are sort of outlining a broken chord, going through and practicing blocking it is a really great practice activity to make sure that you have all of the notes solid before you try to incorporate the actual broken chord pattern. And that's really helpful because sometimes if you just have the notes easily, it makes it much easier to actually play the technique properly. So then let's go ahead and just play through. So you'll go ahead and practice it blocking the chords, and then we'll play just the left-hand part alone. And I'm going to say the finger numbers out loud. 1, ready, go. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, jump 5, 3, 1, step up 5, 3, 1, step up 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5. Great, and then let's go ahead and try just the right hand alone. 1, ready, go. 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, rest, rest, rest. 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 2, rest, rest, rest. 3, 3, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, rest, rest, rest. 3, 3, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Rest, rest, rest. Great, so we're gonna go ahead and demonstrate this one all together, both hands. And one thing to keep in mind with this one would be to be careful for the pedal markings, making sure that you're lifting your pedal at the beginning of each measure. Notice we don't have any pedal on those last two measures of the second line, the last measure, the third line. So make sure you clear the pedal there. And then also trying to make sure that you're playing your right hand louder than the left hand. So you want to bring out the melody part. So here's how this one will go all together. 1, ready, go. Beautiful. One other practice strategy that you could employ with this one would be, since I demonstrated the hands separately, you could try to play along with the other hand. So once you've practiced it actually hands separately, try playing the left hand along with me playing the right hand, or the right hand along with me playing the left hand. So a little bit tricky because obviously, you know, I am setting the tempo so I can't adjust with you as you play, since this is just a video, which would be normally what you would do if you were playing a duet with someone. But it could still be just a great exercise for you to practice to see, okay, am I able to keep this on track and be able to kind of spot any little inconsistencies that you might have in one hand. So let's go ahead and we're going to go through and demonstrate the reading activities that we have on 31 and 32. So again, for these, we don't have any transpositions for these, so I'm just going to demonstrate them for you so that you can hear what they sound like, and then you're going to choose one to perform for your video. So just like last time, maybe on these, a couple of these, you might want to go through and just tap the rhythms first, and then you could go through and just try them hands separately, write in some of the chords, or, you know, notice which measures are the same. Notice where you have, you know, very clearly outlined chords. Any types of patterns, if you can just notice like, oh, that's very similar to a scale. For example, on the etude in A minor, if I look at that first portion, very similar to, I'm doing almost just a scale going down with just a little bit of embellishment there. So just something to keep in mind that you might want to just give that a try. The chase, the first one is a perfect example. I just have my arpeggiated minor arpeggiated triad. So noticing those things makes it a lot easier. So let's go ahead and I will just play these through for you so you can hear how each of them sound. So here is number 1, the chase. 1 and 2, ready, go. Perfect. So with this one, just one thing to keep in mind, a lot of times when people have such a simple left-hand part, it seems like it's not even worth your time to practice it hand separately. But it actually is and could be really helpful to just go ahead and if you can make that left hand autopilot like so easy for you, it's actually going to make it a lot easier to put the piece all together. So here is a Etude in A minor. This is another one. You know, just because we have simple chords doesn't mean it wouldn't be a good use of your time to practice it hand separately. And also note the G sharps in here, so just those accidentals. 1, ready, go. No, there's no repeat. I thought there was a repeat. There's not. Oh, there's a repeat in the first one. I missed that. Whatever. So there we have that little grace note on measure 5. So just be careful of that. You're just going to play that note really quick. Then here we have number 3, chorale. 1, 2, ready, go. Wonderful. One thing that you could note in this one would be what inversion your right hand is playing. So we've got a second inversion C chord here to a G chord, to a second inversion A minor chord, to an E minor chord, to a second inversion F, G, second inversion C, G root position, C first inversion. So just notating that would be something that could be helpful for you to make that a little bit more simple. Before we move into the harmonization, why don't we have a kitten break? Oh my gosh, this is the best part of class. I became a mom to 2 cats very recently. Well, I was already a mom to 1 cat, and now I have 2. Her name is Miyuki, but I just call her Little Kitty. Also, if you know what that's a reference to, you get my respect. And then I have my big cat is over there, and she may come say hi at some point also. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's go ahead and take a look at our harmonization activities that we have on 32 and 33. So I'm going to go ahead and show you number 2 on the top of page 33. Notice that only number 1 and number 2 have a transposition listed. So if you do either of those, do the transposition that they have there. The number 3 is a lot more complicated, so they don't give you a transposition to do. So if you do this one would be more of a challenge. And you can choose any key that you want to transpose it to. It's originally in A, so you could do G or B if you really, you know, just like love pain. So for this one, again, just a little bit more complicated, but if you really want a challenge, you want something to kind of push yourself, try this one and try transposing it to any key of your choice. But I'll go ahead and demonstrate one that already has a transposition available for you. So we're going to do number 2, and for this one, just a reminder of what the pop chord symbols mean when they have the like it says like E minor over G. That is indicating an inversion. This is confusing because this is also the way that in theory they write secondary dominance. So if you know what that is, this is not what it's saying it is. It looks exactly like what that is, but that's not what it is. They're just wanting you to play like an E minor chord with a G in the bass, aka a first inversion, right? So let's go through and play this one, just the chords, then we'll play just the melody, then together, then transposed, just the chords, just the melody, then together. So here we go, number 2, just our chords, and I'll call them out as we go. 1, 2, ready, go. G, 2, 3, 4, thumb comes up, E minor over G, 3, bottom 2 fingers go up, A minor, 2, 3, jump down to D over F sharp, back to G, 2, 3, 5 goes down for B minor over F sharp, 3, 4, A minor over C, D, G. And here's the right hand. 2, ready, go. 2, 4, 4, 2, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 4, jump. 5, 1, 1, 3, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 3, 1, 1. Now here we go, hands together. 1, 2, ready, go. G, E minor over G, A minor, D over F sharp, G, B minor over F sharp, A minor over C, D, G. Perfect. Now we'll go ahead and transpose to F major. So when we transpose the chords, it might be helpful to think in terms of Roman numerals. So here are the chords as they are in F. 1, 2, ready, go. F, 2, 3, 4. D minor over F, 3, 4. G minor, 2, 3, 4. C over E, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. A minor over E, 2, 3, 4. G minor over B flat, C, F. And then here is the melody part in F. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, 4, 2, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 4, 5, 1, 1, 3, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 3, 1, 1. Great, and here it is, both parts together in F major. 1, 2, ready, go. Excellent job. One thing that would be really helpful with this one also, especially for the chords when they're transposed, is to think about what changes from chord to chord. So like the first one, then my thumb goes up, then my bottom 2 fingers go up, then I jump down. That's kind of what you have to memorize, but then I just come back up. Then my pinky goes down. Then we've got a kind of a big jump. But there's a lot of those transitions that are pretty easy to navigate if you're just thinking about which notes stay the same and which notes change. And it makes it a lot easier than kind of having to like redo it every time, you know, and think about it as like brand new every time. All right, so we are going to jump over to page 34. And this is our improvisation from chord symbols page. So basically what you're going to do is the first one has Roman numeral numbers, and then the bottom one has the pop chord symbols. So you're just going to practice playing the chord progressions that they have listed, and then you're going to improvise / compose a melody using the rhythms that they have suggested above. So you can kind of play through the chords and kind of let a melody come to you. You could try to compose something and then play it and see how it sounds, but you can use the space there to write in some note names and then try playing it and see what you think. And we may or may not have gone over that already in class and had you write in some things, but go ahead and definitely practice playing what it is that you wrote. And then we'll move over to page 35. So this is our harmonization with two-hand accompaniment. On black is the color. So for this one, you're going to be playing the bottom two clefs, the two bass clefs, and you're going to fill in the notes. We should have gone over that in class. You're going to fill in the notes for the accompaniment part, and we'll go ahead and play that through, and then I will play the melody part so that you can play along with the melody. So I'll go ahead and we'll just demonstrate the bass clefs that you're going to play. Remember that when we have the pop chord symbols here, when we have that E minor over G, like when it says that bottom letter, the G, is going to be what you're going to play with your left hand, okay? And then you're going to play the regular chord with your right hand. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. E minor, E minor, B minor, B minor, E minor, A minor, C, D, A minor, E minor over G, E minor, A minor, A minor, G over D, C, E minor, B minor, E minor. And then here is the melody part. And so you can practice playing the accompaniment along with the melody. 1, 2, ready, go. Perfect. So definitely give that a try, playing with your parts along with the melody. It may be a little bit challenging, but you know, even if you can just do a few measures, that would be great. It's really great practice for accompanying, which a lot of you guys will do in your future careers. So just give it a try, even if it's just a short segment, and that will be a great thing for you to practice. So we'll now go ahead and move over and look at page 36. And we have a choral score reading for 2 voice parts. So we just have 2 lines here, 1 and 2. So what we're going to do, and what you guys should have done, what we did in class, is to go through and mark all of the unisons. So knowing which notes are exactly the same is very important, because that makes our job a whole lot easier when we know, okay, I only actually have to play 1 note right here. So go ahead and just make sure that you've already done that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play through each part alone, and then we'll play through them together. And both of these are going to be with your right hand. So I'm going to go ahead and just play through the first part, line 1. 1, ready, go. You're going to shift your hand down. Shift down. Excellent. Now the line 2. Great, and then here's how it will go with both hands together. 1, ready, go. Oops. Ready, go. Fantastic. So make sure you go ahead and give that a couple of times through until you can play both of those lines pretty easily together. Remember, it's okay if you have to kind of just shift your hand or jump with your hand. You don't have to play everything perfectly connected. That is just fine. So we're going to go ahead and now look at page 37. We're going to be looking at our transposing parts for B-flat clarinet and B-flat trumpet. So the transposing instrument parts work like this. So if an instrument is called like a B-flat clarinet or a B-flat trumpet, when they see a C written down, when they see this written down, this is what they play. So their instruments sound one whole step down from what is written, okay? So if you see an A, you'll play a G. If you see an E, you'll play a D. Then the other way that this works is that because we're transposing from C down to B flat, okay, all of our key signatures are going to change by 2 flats. So that means if you have 3 sharps, you're going to subtract 2 sharps. So a key signature with 3 sharps would become a key signature with 1 sharp. A key signature with 2 flats would become a key signature with 4 flats. A key signature with 0 flats would become a key signature with 2 flats. A key signature with 2 sharps would become 0. A key signature with 1 sharp would become 1 flat. So think about that. If it kind of doesn't make sense, it's just fine. You'll get it. But basically, again, it's sounding 1 whole step down, and you change the key signature by adding 2 flats / subtracting 2 sharps. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Merry Widow Waltz and theme from Haydn's Trumpet Concerto. So the Merry Widow Waltz is in the key of A major. So our new key is going to become G major, since we're subtracting 2 sharps, going to become 1 sharp. And since our first note is E, EA is going to become DG. So here we go, and I'll go ahead and just play this one through. You definitely want to maybe just take this one and play it really nice and slowly. I'm just going to demonstrate what it's going to sound like. That way you can check yourself and make sure that you're playing the right notes, okay? 1 and 1, ready, go. Hold, 2, 3. Perfect. Now our theme from Haydn's Trumpet Concerto. So we're originally in G. We're now going to be in F. So we're taking one sharp, turns into one flat. So everything is going to come down just one step. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. Careful here. C sharp E. So again, that is just a demonstration of what those are going to sound like. That way you can check yourself and make sure that you're playing the right notes and that you have the right rhythms and everything. But you'll definitely want to go through and practice that nice and slowly. Avoid like writing in all of the notes. It's okay to write in a couple of pitches, but try to avoid like just writing in all of the note names, because that's not really the point. And that won't be super helpful in the long run. So you definitely want to just kind of mark in a few, but don't go overboard writing in like every single note. It'll be a lot more helpful if you just give yourself a couple. So that's what we have for this week. So for your assignments, you're just going to do your major and minor scales in C and G, your harmonic, your major and minor chord inversions in C and G, one of the reading exercises that we had, one of the harmonizations, and then one of those two transposing instrument melodies played in concert pitch, so played as it's heard. So that's what you've got. Again, feel free to reach out to me if you need any help or have any questions. Happy practicing, and see you next time.